Shalom. First off, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Kakadash, Yahweh, who the world innerly calls God, Yahushua, who the world innerly calls Jesus. I want to give a double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, who has taught me this truth. I want to give a peace and blessings to the Akim across the four corners of earth, who teach this truth from us like to do. So it's going to be a quick video. Low on the videos, edifying, low I can get something for this video. So I get my messages keep popping up, man. It's my fucking job. At 10 o'clock at night, man, these motherfuckers just got me in a group chat and don't stop, man. But, you know, low I can get through this video. I'm on the way back from the plantation, man. On my way heading home, man. And, you know, one topic I want to get into is, you know, the color. You know what I mean? And it's important right now. You know, do we judge by sight? You know what I mean? No, we don't. We judge, you know, everything we do, majority of the things we do is spiritual. You know what I mean? So you're going to have, you know, jakes that come in that look like the other nations. I know it was a big thing, you know, a couple weeks ago, like you had Hocab Malone, you know, do a video on our camp, you know, personally about one of the brothers that, you know, that looks like a Edomite, you know what I mean? But he's not, you know what I mean? He's a jake, clearly, right? But, you know, these people are so simple that they think it's, you know, they think it's all about color. It's all about what you look like. And it's not all about what you look like, because you got jakes who look like the other nations. For instance, man, you know, we always say this, Blake Griffin's son, his son is a Levite, you know, but his son has blonde hair and blue eyes and has white, so-called white skin or pink skin, you know what I mean? So you got jakes that look, that's a clear example. But if you look at his forefather, his grandpa is dark, real dark. You know, it's straight Haitian, dark, man. You understand? So, but I want to get, because, you know, jakes, you know, Israel, they have melanin. They, you know, originally they have melanin. You know what I mean? They, you know, it's all throughout the scriptures. Even when, you know, it describes Yahushua, right? When you go to Revelations, you know, the first chapter, right? You know, describe him as being a dark-skinned man and having woolly hair, and, you know, having, white being a color, wool being a texture. You know what I mean? His hair and his hairs, which is beard, right? Were white. You know, like wool, white being the color, right, for wisdom, and you know, wool being the texture for, you know, the texture. And if you look at who has woolly hair, you know, Jake has woolly hair, you know, mainly Judah, Benjamin and Levi, you know, which are the southern tribes. And scriptures tell you that it is evident that there's evident that Yahushua sprung out of the tribe of Judah. You know, even when, you know, you go into Judah in the Old Testament, Yahushua was prophesied about, man. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's how you know the scriptures is alive. You know what I mean? The scriptures are alive, man. You know, and this book doesn't lie. That's why you have to, this is the main book you have to get into. See, what happens is with these other so-called religions, right? With these other so-called religions, man, what end up happening is, you know, they get into these fucking books, and their books, like, you know, the Quran and all that shit, they don't have prophecy in them. You know, the Book of Mormon, they don't have prophecy in them. You know, these other books and these other so-called religions that these motherfuckers follow don't have any, like, what do you know, people look forward to? You understand? And one thing about it is that y'all don't understand that you have to, you know, you're gonna go through things on this side to be proved, to get glory. You think you're gonna have glory on this side and glory in the kingdom. Well, where's the struggle? You understand? What did you have to overcome? Why do you need salvation if you're not, you know, if you're not in bondage on this side? You know, if you look at and I'm gonna get into the scripture, but let me speak on this for a little bit. You know, if you look at, you know, the Book of Mormon, or you look at, you know, these other nations, like if you look at Ishmael, if you look at Esau, with these fucking religions, man, you have rulership in this world. You understand? True Israelites, this is our captivity. This is not the scripture said this is not our rest. You understand? And what? In the latter end, we will be woken up. You motherfuckers been saying that. You Khazars been saying that y'all was the true people of the Lord. You know, and y'all not. Y'all been saying y'all was the Jews, and y'all not, man. That's why you got Revelations 3 and 9 in place and 2 and 9 in place, man. You know? in Obadiah, you know, to expose you motherfuckers, man. You know, Ishmael, right? If you go like, I say Ishmael, if you really look at, I dare one of you brothers, man, to look at, you know, a YouTube video of how Dubai look. You understand? And that's like the epicenter of Ishmael. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you look at that, just look at that shit, man. Do it look like they struggling? Do it look like they in hell? Do it look like they need salvation from anything? Do it look like they're in bondage? Do it look like they're under the curses? Do it look like they go to their enemies for the one of all things? Do it look like they're in chains and bondage? Do it look like they struggling, or do it look like they're having fun? Do it look like they're having their way? See, you got to measure the thing. You got to read the curses, man. See, you people don't read the curses. You don't read who the scriptures, because if you read it, you will understand you will link up who the scriptures is talking about. You will understand very well, right, the difference between a Jake and a Hamite. You wouldn't be calling Jake Ham. You wouldn't be calling Jake African or African American or black or all these other Negro, all this other shit, man. You'll be calling them by their true biblical name. You'll be calling us by our true biblical name, man. But you people don't, because you don't know, right? Because you in half of you don't want to know. You know what I'm saying? But it's fine, because we understand this truth is not given to everybody. It's only given to a select few. Scriptures it tells you, you know, the Lord speaks to us, you know, and you know, in a way that we understand, in parables that we understand, because it's not meant for the world, the majority of the world, to understand. These people are not going to understand what we're involved with, and it's not for them to understand, you know. And even if they understood, if the Spirit went on them, they wouldn't follow anyway. They're too caught up in their ways. They want to live this life, you know. And I'm not saying be a bum in this life. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying, you know, because scriptures tell you in Sirach, if you can do well for yourself, do well for yourself. You understand? You think I'm working all these, you know, doing what I do for work, and you think I'm not finna enjoy myself? As far as, you know, buying the things that I could afford to buy? Hell no. You know, I'm gonna definitely, you know, I'm gonna be comfortable. I ain't gonna be too comfortable, right? Because I don't want to be sunk into this shit or marinated back in this shit, or, you know, lost in the sauce, you know. But if I could do well for myself, I ain't living like a bum. I'm gonna make sure my crib clean. You know, I ain't, you know, messing with just any woman just because she looking. You know, I'm not walking on, you know, on the back of my pants. I'm making sure my shit clean, tight, in order. Because at the end of the day, we Jake, Yasharala, he Prince Power. We the Prince of the Power, man. You know, yeah, we in the lowest state right now, but you know, even in our lowest state, we still shine, man. You know? Yeah, but if you can do well for yourself, do well for yourself, man. But that doesn't mean that we're not under the curses. That don't mean that we don't have struggles. That don't mean that, because you got to think too, you know, we still have to follow the law to the best of our ability. How hard is it to follow the law in captivity when you don't make none of the rules? It doesn't give us an excuse to go off, don't get me wrong, right? But we don't make none of the rules. None. You understand? And these motherfuckers, the higher ups, know who we are. It's you peons who don't know who we are, man. You know what I mean? But without further ado, let's get into these scriptures, man. And I ain't gonna make it too long. I'm just grab a couple points and I'm gonna close out. This is Acts 13 and 1. It says, now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas and Simon that was called Niger, and Lucius of Cyrene, and how you say that, Manaen, which had been brought up with Herod the Tetrarch and Saul. Okay, now when you go to Acts 13 and 1, right, when you go to that word nigger, right, or nigger,
Strong's G 3526. Niger. Niger.
Right. So it says black. Okay? Black. Okay? Of Latin origin, black. Right? Neger. Or Christian, Neger. So this goes to show you, right? This goes to show you, you know what I mean? That, you know, that the prophets, right, they were dark-skinned men, man. You know, it ain't far-fetched. You understand? It's not far-fetched. Now, watch this. Jasper Sardine. That's like it. Right, Revelations 4 and 3. It says, and I'll get to the, well, I'll go to 1. It says, Revelations 4:1, it says, after this I looked, and behold, a door was opened in heaven, and the first voice which I heard was as it were of a trumpet talking with me, which said, Come up hither, and I will show thee the things which must be hereafter. And immediately I was in a spirit, and behold, a throne was set in heaven, and one sat on the throne. And that one that sat on the throne is Yahweh. Okay? 3, it says, and he that sat was to look upon like a jasper and a sardine stone, and there was a rainbow round about the throne in sight like unto an emerald. Now, jasper and a sardine stone are 2 brown stones, man. Okay, there are 2 brown stones. Okay, so where y'all getting this from, that, you know, this image of the Lord being, you know, a so-called, you know, white man and all that? You know what I mean? Like, where y'all getting that from? Ain't no way in the world you could, you know, read the scriptures or have understanding of the scriptures and say that. Now, we do have brothers that look white, because you got to understand, right? One of the curses was what? That we were scattered across the 4 corners of the earth. Okay? You know, that was one of the, you know, that was one of the curses, man. You know? I'm missing it somewhere. This is in songs. It got to be in. Right here, 1 and 5. Songs of Solomon 1 and 5. It says, I am black but comely, which comely means beautiful. O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon. So, you know, again, right? He said, I am black but comely. I am black but beautiful. You understand? You know, and not literally black but dark skinned, man. Right? Because we're different shades of brown. So I don't get, like, this is not far-fetched, man. So this image that, you know, you motherfuckers put up, you Edomites put up for us to worship, is not the real image, and we're breaking it down. That's why you motherfuckers are offended. But we could care less, because the truth has to come out, period, man. The truth got to come out, man. You understand? I'll grab this really quick. And I mean, these are scriptures we all been through, but, you know, we got to keep reiterating, because you motherfuckers still seem to be stuck on stupid. Okay? This is Revelations 1. I'm going to go down to the point. It says, I start at 12. It says, and I turned to see the voice. That spake with me, and being turned, I saw 7 golden candlesticks, and in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed the garment down to the foot, and girt about the paps with a golden girdle. His head and his hairs, right? His head and his hairs was just head on his head. His hairs on his head and his hairs on his face were white like wool. Okay, white being the color, wool being the texture, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire. Okay, it says, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burnt in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters. So he was he would be considered a so-called black man. Okay, let me grab this really quick. Judah. Teeth, white. Genesis 49 and 12. Right? This is Genesis 49 and 9. It says, Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down, he couched as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come. Shiloh is Yahweh Shai. And unto him shall be the gathering of the people be. And that's what's happening now. Okay? With this truth being out. Okay? I'm running it back. It says, the scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come, and unto him shall be the gathering of people. Okay, I'm gonna go down to 12. It says his eyes shall be red with wine, just like it says in Revelation, and his teeth white with milk, right? And that's talking about Yahweh